I'm out here in eastern Washington. We're just a little bit east of Vantage, up in the hills, and I'm here with a couple of friends. Behind me you can see a Bronco that you might recognize. That is David from Off the Grind's Bronco. And of course there's me in the middle, and then in the back there we have Kevin with his Gen 1 6.2 liter V8 Raptor. This thing is freaking sweet. This is gonna be a really fun day. Never explored out here, never explored any of these trails, and so this is gonna be a first. Our goal really is just to explore a little bit and try and find a great campsite for the night. The roads are muddy. It's like super sticky mud, so hopefully that doesn't become an issue, but we all just aired down a little bit, and we're about to hit the trail, so excited to see what we find.
That burns out immediately.
Yeah, it does.
Damn it. Good thing they put 700 of these things in.
I'm done.
Yeah, no kidding.
Many minutes later.
We have made it to camp. This spot is incredible. We're right on the edge of a cliff, and we've got some protection from the wind around us here, although it's not doing a whole lot right now. It took quite some effort to get the fire going, but it is a beautiful spot. I'm really glad that we ended up here, and just trying to stay warm at this point. I made myself some coffee because it is cold without wind, but I think it's worth it for the views that we've got at this spot. So we're just gonna enjoy ourselves and take in these views.
Sir. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that's good.
It's a smidgen sweet for me. A little too sweet for you?
I mean, I'm not mad about it, but I'll take more bourbon.
I wasn't upset either.
It's not that it's too sweet. It's that
I'll
the
take
offer
more
of more bourbon
Yeah.
is on the table.
Duh.
Yeah, fair enough. Now it's starting to rip.
Oh, it was
It had to have been the wind.
You know,
no, we put a Seattle log on it. And it
Seattle
caught.
log.
those are just so bone dry. So I'm hoping that this kind of heats up all of these. Seattle log. Yeah, the Seattle log.
Ah, the campfire. Sure, it provides much needed warmth in the wilderness, but there's so much more to it than just that. It's about camaraderie, about shared stories, and about the laughter that comes along with them.
Exactly.
Here, amidst the flickering flames, meals are shared and bonds are forged over tales of adventure, jokes that only we understand, and moments of pure, unadulterated joy. These aren't just camping moments. They're the essence of life, distilled into a simple, beautiful ritual. And in these moments, surrounded by friends with stars as our canopy, I find solace, connection, and happiness in its purest form. We have this whole area to ourselves. There's people on the other side of the canyon, but nobody on this side.
Are you vlogging?
I was! Let's face it, campsite views in Washington don't get much better than this. This is like miniature Utah. This is the closest thing to a Utah landscape that I have come across in the state of Washington. And the fact that we found this campsite with this view right on the edge of Frenchman Coulee is just amazing to me. This is honestly kind of lost for words. I mean, you can see the backdrop behind me and what we're looking at with this massive coulee and these canyon walls and a waterfall back there just for good measure. But man, this is what I live for when it comes to getting out and camping, is finding remote spots like this. Well, maybe not that remote in this case, but finding spots that are wild camping with views like this and nobody else around. It just makes everything worth it to me to come to spots like this and camp. And it also makes me really thankful that we can come to places like this and camp, that we have public land and that we have the ability to do this. This is something that I think is really pretty unique, especially in the Western United States, that we have this ability to do that. And so when I come out here, it just reminds me of that as well. And it reminds me that we need to be good stewards of the land. We need to make sure that we clean up after ourselves and we leave this campsite, which was thankfully really clean when we got here, but we leave it as clean in this case as we found it. Because I think we can all agree that getting areas like this shut down would be a real tragedy for all of us who like to get out and enjoy the outdoors and camp and overland and off-road. Well, after Kevin went to painstaking lengths yesterday to make us all an incredible elk steak dinner with potatoes and veggies, this morning it's my turn to feed everyone, and so naturally, I am going with the laziest camp breakfast possible. So I pre-made a bunch of burritos, sausage, egg, cheese, onion, garlic, herbs. They're delicious. And what I love about this is there's like literally no cleanup at all involved. So it's just make them ahead of time, wrap them in a couple layers of foil, throw them in the fire for anywhere between like 30 and 45 minutes, depending on how hot the fire is. And you've got breakfast. No cleanup, nothing. So it might be zero effort, but it is genius. Everybody's breaking down camp and we're gonna get out of here in a couple of minutes. And so I just wanted to walk ahead to scout out a little bit of a hill that we need to climb to get out of here. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm sure it won't look like anything on camera, but there's this hill that we need to climb that we came down yesterday. And it's a little bit rocky, it's a little bit loose, and a little bit steep. None of those things really should be too much of a concern. However, there is one section that I'm coming to right now that is very soupy mud, or at least it was yesterday. I kind of slid down this section, and obviously gravity was on our side at that point, but now we have to go up, and so I don't quite know how that's going to go. The good news maybe is that the ground is a little bit colder right now since it's still morning, and So this is a little firmer than it was yesterday, but yesterday it was just goop. I mean, you can see where when we went through it, it just splattered. And so getting up this could be a little bit interesting, but it could also be nothing. So we'll see, but it's a little bit of adventure to start the morning straight out of the gate. So we'll see how it goes. Well, we made it to the end of the dirt. Pavement starts here, and so you can see behind me everybody is just throwing some air in their tires. And so for me, that marks the end of what has been an incredible weekend exploring a totally new part of Washington. It is beautiful out here, and the areas we were able to see are almost like little miniature pieces of Utah. But most of all, I just had an absolute blast hanging out with two great guys. David and Kevin are so much fun to hang out with, and just such a refreshing weekend to get out, get in nature, explore, do something new, and hang out with good people. And so with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I'd love it if you did. I have a goal to reach 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I know that a lot of people who watch these videos are not subscribed. So if you dig these videos, then please do subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps the channel out a lot. I would appreciate it. And anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.